Okay, and with that, I think we can get started about now. So, welcome. Today, we're going to be presenting our What's New in Asset Management for the Now Platform Washington DC release. I'm joined here today with Adam Smith-Cairns, who's a Senior Product Marketing Manager, and also Brian Blackburn, who's a Product Marketing Manager. And I'm Faith, and I'm a Product Marketing Associate. So just before we start, a quick safe harbor notice just for anyone in this presentation. This presentation may contain forward-looking statements that are based on our beliefs and assumptions based on the information currently available to us. Please do not make any purchasing decisions based on this presentation. And also, if you're interested in joining future webinars, please scan this code here today, and the link will be shared in the chat. This session is a part of the Live on ServiceNow, a curated event series to connect you with ServiceNow experts and peers that can help you deploy your products and achieve value faster. We hope you join us again in another webinar or 360 exchanges. You can see the schedule by scanning the QR code or using the link in the chat. All right, and just some housekeeping before we begin. We've saved time at the end for any Q&As, but you can also use the Q&A button at your bottom of the screen along the way during this presentation or leave things in the chat. And we have some experts on screen to help you answer any questions. And also this presentation is going to be recorded. So if you ever want to watch it back, it'll be shared on the ServiceNow community. And after this event, you will be prompted to fill out a short survey. And we really appreciate any feedback that you leave. Thank you. And let's go over what's on today's agenda. So today we're going to explore all the latest innovations over software asset management and cloud cost management with Adam. And then we're going to hop over to any new features and updates from hardware asset management and enterprise asset management with Brian. And in both of those two kind of segments, you can look forward to seeing some demos from one of our experts, Piyush. And at the end, we're going to wrap up with a Q&A session with our ServiceNow ITAM and EAM product experts. And just to kind of give a little deep dive and a little sneak peek on we're going to go over in each section. This is kind of the agenda for today. And you can see there's a lot of cohesion in this release, so we're really excited to share all of these new updates with you. For example, you can see in hardware asset management and enterprise asset management, there's a lot of overlap. You can see total cost of ownership shows up in both and also indoor mapping. So really excited to show you guys how those kind of weave together today. And also even amongst software asset management and hardware asset management, both share an update with maturity. So we're really excited to demo that feature and jump in with everything. But yeah, with that, I think I'm going to pass it over to Adam and we can start today's session with software asset management.
Well, thanks, Faith, and welcome everyone to this webinar. And we're going to be talking about a few of the different features in software asset management and cloud cost management. The first one, let's see if I can advance it. Great, I can advance it. Very good. The first feature is a better together feature, creating a synergy between ITAM and ITOM products. And it harnesses the power of the ServiceNow discovery and the agent client collector. And it helps you monitor SaaS activities across browsers on the endpoints and those devices like laptops. With SaaS detection, we identify unmanaged and managed SaaS applications accessed through that browser, and either through the usage or the logins on that endpoint. It tracks SaaS activity based on total users, logins, and session durations, and it provides a valuable insight to what's going on as far as SaaS. And this SaaS detection capability is really going to be instrumental in reining in SaaS sprawl. That common practice of individuals or people in departments going out and subscribing to different SaaS applications and then passing the cost back to the organization. There's one thing to note, though. You'll want to have DEX, which is digital end user experience, from the ITOM products implemented, and you'll also want the SaaS license management plugin for software asset management. So those are a couple things to note. Let's see. Oops, I skipped one. The next feature is also another better together feature. And this exposure assessment was released back in our quarter store release in November. But it's important enough and a great better together story that we thought we would also note it here in the Washington release. Now, every organization needs to react quickly to when there's a vulnerability, and which could lead to a security breach. When it comes to vulnerability response, it's important to know where that software is and what's vulnerable in that software. So this feature harnesses the collective strength of both the IT asset management and the vulnerability asset assessment products. And it can enhance your cybersecurity posture. By leveraging normalized software asset data from various discovery sources, it efficiently identifies vulnerable software across through those CVEs that are posted. And with this feature, you can schedule exposure assessments to continuously identify affected software, ensuring proactive vulnerability management. Furthermore, it streamlines the remediation process and facilitates those automated workflows that come with the SecOps products. And it enables swift action so that you can experience faster turnaround times in addressing zero-day asset exposures. So in essence, it really helps with the integration and empowers the cybersecurity team to stay ahead of those threats and efficiently identifying, remediating those vulnerabilities with those automations. Let's see. All right. Going back from one screen to another. So, software asset management maturity. Now, navigating the roadmap to asset management success can be daunting, and especially if you're relying on a static roadmap. So many times we create these roadmaps and documents and we put them in a team folder. And when we do that, we just kind of let it sit out there and we don't often refer back to it. Mm-hmm. So we've had different customers say, we want to be able to put some of this tracking of the roadmap within the product, which is really important. So this capability is part of the success portal that was released in the software asset management mature. And this capability allows and helps elevate the SAM practices with ease. So this innovative tool allows users to track their SAM maturity across what we call the crawl, walk, and run stages, and provides a clear visibility into their progress and positioning on the maturity journey. So by leveraging this feature, customers can accelerate their progress by focusing on key areas of improvement. After all, you tend to improve what you focus on and measure. And this enhanced focus not only expedites progress, but also allows organizations to demonstrate tangible value to management and showcasing the ROI that you have for technology asset investments. Now, did I hit that to go forward? If I didn't, that was amazing. So anyway, and guess what? We're implementing the maturity stages in both the software asset management and the hardware asset management success portals. So this feature is in both products and caters to the needs to the asset managers, the CIOs, the VPs of IT operations, and empowers them to optimize both their SAM and their HAM programs and maximize their benefits. And we wanted to provide that clear path to maturity because many of you are seeking that in-product experience for tracking product maturity. So this is a marked evolution for the success portals that we continue to add to, but it's also an evolutionary step for our customers as far as along their maturity journey. The maturity capability in each success portal highlights the Now platform. So the fact that we have both of them releasing at the same time shows that not only do we have the same data and we have the same architecture, but we're also leveraging the development in one area and another. And you'll see that also when we get to the hardware asset management and EAM. So now let's take a little look at, let's go to a demo. And we'll take a little look. This was prepared by one of our teammates, Piyush. And this shows the maturity feature in both the success portal and in the software and hardware asset management.
Another feature of the Washington release we'll explore is an enhancement to the Success Portal that measures the maturity of your SAM program. We've included predefined ServiceNow crawl, walk, and run goals, which can be adjusted to meet your organization needs. We'll start with the Success Portal, a module designed to empower our SAM managers with product adoption tools such as maturity, success goals, health checks, and determining what is next in their overall SAM journey. Casey starts with the SAM maturity, where she will be able to examine crawl, walk, and run items. The maturity items are available out of the box. She has completed most of the crawl items as she has been working on the crawl phase for a while. Looking at the things like identifying stakeholders, clearly she's working with the team with an overhead in the organization strategy. She has put together a service graph connector.
Okay, just 1 second. I see people in the chat mentioning that it's a little blurry, so please hold and I'll try to reshare a different method and fix that for everyone. Okay, so sorry about that. Just give me 1 moment.
Was everybody seeing it blurry or just a few? Maybe you can chime in whether you were seeing it.
Yeah, if you didn't see it blurry, let us
Looks like
know.
just not everybody.
Oh, darn. Well, it looked great for me, guys, so I don't know.
Likewise, that was weird.
Okay. I'm going to
Which can be adjusted
reshare
to meet
from
your
the
organization.
browser, so hopefully that would be better. I'll start again from the beginning, but if there's any issues, let me know right away, and hopefully this time it's all good. Okay, let me reshare my screen really quick. Okay. I'm going to go into full screen mode and then hit play.
Another feature of the Washington release we'll explore is an enhancement to the Success Portal that measures the maturity of your SAM program. We've included predefined ServiceNow crawl, walk, and run goals, which can be adjusted to meet your organization needs. We'll start with the Success Portal, a module designed to empower our SAM managers with product adoption tools such as maturity, success goals, health checks, and determining what is next in their overall SAM journey. Casey starts with the SAM maturity, where she will be able to examine crawl, walk, and run items. The maturity items are available out of the box. She has completed most of the crawl items as she has been working on the crawl phase for a while. Looking at the things like identifying stakeholders, clearly she's working with the team with an overhead in the organization strategy. She has put together a service graph connector to bring in the discovery data from end user computing devices. She has some single sign-on integrations for subscription usage. She has also defined the success criteria they have been striving for over the year. From the walk phase, she can see some items are complete, but not all. Here are some maturity items that her organization wants to accomplish. If she looks at run phase, there is, for example, an overlapping software item. This is something Casey wants to accomplish now as she moves into the walk phase. She can easily move that item to the walk maturity phase. Overlapping software items has now moved from the run phase to the walk phase. This just demonstrates that she has the flexibility to rework and rearrange some of these different maturity items based on her roadmap while still having a recommended baseline to reference. Next, she navigates back to the Success Portal landing page to review in-progress success goals. First goal is to prepare for Microsoft TrueUp. The second goal is to identify any SaaS applications the organization does not currently manage. And thirdly, optimizing Adobe usage as well as consolidating overlapping applications to achieve $2 million in cost savings over 18 months. Next, we'll switch to Hardware Asset Maturity module, which works the same way. From here, our asset manager, like Casey, would see the progress of her HAM maturity program. Casey has completed 2 out of 11 ServiceNow recommended maturity items. She has worked hard to keep the organization focused on completing crawl items while making sure that they are utilizing relevant walk and run items. She's greeted with outstanding maturity items like guided setup or managing her hardware asset inventory. She can now focus on these crawl items and report to her organization that she has closed them so she can move to the next phase this quarter with her team. Casey can toggle between the two phases and mark the item closed and complete, which then updates the progress bar. We're excited to offer this feature to our asset managers as another way to enable them to demonstrate the value they bring to the organization.
Okay, so sorry, I saw in the chat it showed up blurry again for some people. I'll try something else for the next time, but if not, thank you for bearing with us. We're definitely going to share the recording with you guys all after, so you can go back and view it in your own time in a higher quality. But with that, we can resume our presentation. Okay.
Another feature of the Washington.
Not that one. There we go.
All right. No worries. Before we jump off of the software asset management, I just wanted to mention that there's a really good blog out there on the community that talks about all the features that were released. There are many other significant features that you'll want to look at. I think there were 15 other features as well. So you'll want to look at things that we did that or everything from updates to user experience to integrations to vendors like Microsoft, Okta, Salesforce, Red Hat, Adobe, and more. And there's also a partner release of a product on the store for OpenIT for engineering licensing as well. So there's lots to be seen. And there's another better together with Risk, with new and updated CIS controls. So go check it out. If you like that blog, it's all because of Faith. And if you don't, because of me and Brian, probably, if there was a problem with it. So anyway, jumping to cloud cost management. I did want to mention that cloud cost management used to be called Cloud Insights. And as of Vancouver release, just before that, we changed the name, but we also changed the packaging and how you can acquire that product. So that product was only accessible through the Software Asset Management Enterprise offering. And now it is a standalone SKU, so you can get it by itself, which is really helpful for those organizations who are primarily in the cloud and offer their services and products in the cloud. So hopefully that will be helpful. Now, as we get into some of these things that we are offering in Washington, there's kind of a theme that came out of this. And with this container cost management, if there's a central theme to these few that we've released, it would be visibility and fostering accountability. And so container costs are often unique in their challenges that they provide, because there's a lot of complexity to them, but there's a lot of shared resources between containers. So this complexity extends to the realm of kind of what we've been doing in the past with showbacks and chargebacks. It's crucial for ensuring that accountability, though, across all of the different cloud expenditures, like we've done with the showbacks and chargebacks. Before, businesses struggled to divide up the spending of Kubernetes because those resources are shared. And the reports from the providers are very general and don't provide enough detail. So now companies can split those costs accurately, making sure each application spending is clear and responsible. So this helps you plan your budgets better and spend money more wisely in your cloud environments. And the integration of the container cost management with cloud cost management addresses these challenges. So this feature caters to a wide range of stakeholders, including FinOps analysts, Cloud Center of Excellence teams, IT leadership, And the fusion, we're seeing a lot more of this fusion of ITAM and SAM teams with cloud operations. I'm not sure if that's what you're seeing where you're at in your organizations, but we're seeing a lot more of that. And this ultimately offers a more efficient way to budget and demonstrate accountability and distribute those costs equitably among departments. So let's see. Shared, so you can see already with that shared cost allocation that this continues that theme of visibility and accountability. And so I'd like to introduce you to this. It's important to accurately allocate costs across departments and projects. Our solution brings clarity and fairness to this process, and this shared cost allocation simplifies how organizations handle cloud expenses from multiple cloud vendors. With customizable policies and tagging rules, FinOps practitioners can distribute costs accurately, ensuring a fair way for distributing costs. By integrating with overall cloud billing data, our solution providers real-time insights into both direct and shared cloud spending. Things like taxes and support costs are shared across multiple cloud providers like AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud Platform. This means you can shift more spend from your central IT org to the individual business teams and departments that use the cloud resources. So with shared cost allocation, users gain a clear view of their cloud spending. They can compare direct versus shared costs and define policies for precise cost allocation. So this transparency enables accurate financial reporting and efficient budget control. And the shared cost allocation is useful for the same teams of the FinOps, the CCOE, IT leaders, and those ITAM and SAM teams that are trying to consolidate with their cloud management practices. So with that said, hopefully you have a little better insight into what's in Washington, DC for software asset management and cloud cost management. And with that, I'll pass the time over to Brian.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Adam. Yeah, like you mentioned, it's great we're able to cover both SAM and CCM at this time. So now let's shift our attention a little bit over to the physical side of the asset estate and explore what's new in hardware asset management and enterprise asset management. All right. So if you are responsible for managing your organization's hardware assets, then you likely understand the critical role that warranties are going to be playing in helping to protect your hardware investments. So managing warranties for likely the profound number of assets that you manage can quickly get challenging, right? So especially when warranty information is scattered across different tools or systems. And this makes it difficult to track and monitor warranty statuses effectively, as a lot of this work then becomes manual. So when you're relying on these manual data processes, you introduce an increased risk of human error, including when recording these warranty details, right? And this can lead to incorrect warranty start and end dates, coverage levels, terms and conditions, meaning your assets may continue to operate without warranty coverage, and that exposes your organization to potential financial risks like unexpected repair costs or extended periods of downtime. So with hardware asset management now, you can integrate with our manufacturer and vendor APIs to automate the population of this warranty coverage details directly on the asset records. Details that will help you continually optimize the performance and reliability of your hardware assets that are currently under warranty. For example, when you're planning your asset refreshes, you can forecast your refresh schedules based on official vendor warranty details and dates with no configuration needed. And this means you can ensure refreshes occur before warranty coverage ends so that financially your assets are always protected. Or if the asset is still in working condition, you can stay ahead of warranty renewals and will even get system-driven important action reminders of upcoming warranty expirations so you're not hit with unexpected and uncovered repairs or replacements. So with improved visibility of warranty and extended warranty details, you're going to be able to resolve issues quickly and in compliance with those vendor warranty terms. And as a Washington, DC release, asset warranty integration is now available is for Lenovo, with more vendors planned for future releases. All right, so total cost of ownership is actually a pretty hot topic right now as asset managers are struggling to calculate and understand the total cost of an asset throughout its lifetime. And this is due to a limited visibility of these expense accruals. So accurately reporting on TCO involves multiple teams. Typically, the needed expense data is scattered again across different systems and tools. And this lack of visibility makes it difficult to make fully informed decisions regarding replacing, repairing, repurchasing, or disposing of assets that no longer might provide value to the business. And so asset total cost of ownership, which is available for both hardware asset management and enterprise asset management, can help you understand the true financial impact of your hardware and enterprise assets, helping you analyze your asset expenses such as procurement costs, operating costs, maintenance and repair costs, and end of life or disposal costs. And so to help paint a clearer picture, we have another demo prepared. Hopefully this time it won't be so blurry for you folks, so sorry, but we will get you direct links to watch these direct demos. And we'll be sure to include those links on the Now community once we get this recording live. But let's take a look at asset total cost of ownership in action.
Okay, I'm going to try one more time a new method of sharing and see if that works. But if not, just like Brian said, we'll make sure you guys have access to the videos to watch on your
Hello,
own.
everyone.
Oops, okay. 1 second. Okay. 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 Hopefully it'll be better. If not.
Hello, everyone. This is a quick overview of ServiceNow asset management on a single platform before we dive into the asset total cost of ownership demo. What you see here is a single platform for asset management. We'll discuss two types of assets: hardware assets and your physical business assets. In the second part of the demo, we'll cover enterprise assets, which are connected and non-connected assets that support a variety of use cases in different industries. Starting with the Washington release, we introduced asset total cost of ownership, which spans across hardware asset management and enterprise asset management. We'll start with Casey, an asset manager at a large company. As part of the hardware end-of-life planning, she's been asked to investigate the total cost of ownership of 2 Dell laptop models. Considering all the expense items and cost associated with these assets, it could take an asset manager a long time to complete this task. Let's look at how cost ownership reporting can help them standardize on the most cost-effective end-user assets. Casey starts with the Asset Analytics module. This is the new total cost of ownership workspace. There are several reports that allow her to analyze the asset cost performance. A report that flags how these assets are performing against the benchmark. She can see the top 10 models with the highest TCO, reports to show cost broken down by the model categories and expense type, including month-over-month expense distribution. She has the ability to build competitive reports, do a cost analysis on hardware assets, and save the reports so she can review them later. Next, Casey wants to analyze which assets have reached benchmark TCO. So she drills into this a little further. Each of these assets has a TCO benchmark cost that the asset manager has set up at some point. TCO is the sum of all expenses, capital and operational, for an asset during its life cycle. Here she can see cost of Lenovo ThinkStation 20 exceeding what the organization has set up. She clicks into it to investigate where some of these costs are coming from. Here, Casey can see there are 14 expense line items. In this example, she's getting these recurring costs that are adding up and pushing the asset over the benchmark the organization has set up for that asset. Earlier in the day, Casey created a report to determine the total cost of ownership of these two Dell models. She wants to analyze the latest report before sending it over to her team. Here's the comparison details of the two models. She's comparing actual TCO and not projected. Casey wants to view the report, and based on this report, she can see that Dell Alienware N14X has a higher TCO than M17X model. She can now export and share this report with the end user computing team so they can reset the hardware standards going forward. Let's switch to enterprise asset management and see how asset TCO works for your physical business assets. And check this out. The TCO workspace looks very similar, minimizing any downtime to learn the new workspace. Notice that the data reflects many non-IT assets, such as MRI machines, laser cutting, and construction equipment. Alex is our plant operations manager at a manufacturing company with locations in New York and Santa Clara. He has been asked to provide a cost comparison report for laser cutting machines between the two sites. Alex had earlier in the day created a report to determine the total cost of ownership of this model. He finds that report and clicks on it. He's reviewing the details of the report. For the total cost type, he's comparing the actual cost, but he could also do projected cost to calculate the TCO over the lifespan of this asset. Under the report sources, he set conditions to include the two locations and the model containing keywords. Alex wants to view this report. As you can see, the stacking is based on expense categories, for example, purchase price, maintenance, repair, labor cost, and so forth. The report explains why it's not economically feasible to maintain and operate the assets based on the older model. So in just a few clicks, Alex found an opportunity to maximize the value of his high-value assets, such as laser cutting machines.
All right, awesome. I'm just going to reshare our main presentation, but thank you all. Okay.
There have been a lot of great questions in the Q&A. Keep hitting us with those questions.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks, Faith. All right. So yeah, again, thanks again for watching with us. Hopefully the quality was a little bit better this time around. Again, we'll share those links on the Now community once we get this posted. But understanding total cost of ownership, again, for assets and models is hopefully will help you provide a holistic view of the financial implications, performance, and risk of the asset estate. But now let's dive into our final asset management product, enterprise asset management, and what's coming in, or what's now released in the Washington DC release. All right, so as asset managers, you oversee extensive inventories consisting of numerous assets, likely spread across multiple locations, across the country, across the globe even. And locating these assets without specific and accurate location data can create challenges when assets need to be serviced or replaced or redeployed, reclaimed, or simply just moved from one location to another. Inaccurate or outdated asset records can also increase the likelihood of assets being misplaced, lost, or stolen, and can impact productivity if specific assets can't be located or even set up within a timely manner. So indoor mapping for assets is available for both hardware asset management and enterprise asset management to help you quickly locate and visualize the asset estate using an interactive indoor map of your buildings and your facilities. So the indoor map displays an overhead view of the building with detailed floor plans, clearly marked rooms, areas, and spaces. And asset locations are represented as distinct markers, each corresponding to a specific location. And you can even filter the map to display specific asset types and search for assets based on specific attributes or categories. And with indoor mapping, you can greatly reduce the time spent locating assets so that you can keep operations running smoothly. and you'll be able to efficiently facilitate asset, warehouse, or stockroom audits and identify discrepancies between what you have recorded and those actual physical asset locations. You'll enable timely responses to asset issues or failures. Think of a field technician trying to hunt down an asset in a large-scale environment. So helping them locate assets fast can minimize downtime and improve those service levels. And you can ensure compliance with regulations related to asset storage, security, or environmental conditions, in addition to mitigating those risks of asset loss, theft, or replacement. Okay, so we've also made some enhancements to our enterprise asset management's work management capabilities to help you further optimize your work management activities. So what we've seen is technicians struggling to efficiently complete and close out their many work management tasks. With these new enhancements, technicians and asset managers can significantly reduce their screen time by closing work order tasks, entering work notes, and recording time worked all in bulk, so that not every task has to be individually addressed or recorded. And to help your technicians improve productivity, you can add parts to work order tasks and review all descendant assets in the asset hierarchy. For instance, like a multi-component asset where multiple parts of a single asset might need to be serviced. And even for some of these more complex tasks, you can help your technicians streamline those inspections and work being done by providing them with a checklist template that they can leverage when maybe step-by-step guidance is needed, again, for some of these more complex tasks. All right. So of course, like Adam mentioned earlier in the presentation, we weren't able to cover everything released for ITAM and EAM in Washington, DC, but you can visit the asset management page on the ServiceNow community. This is where we'll post this recording as well as the demo recordings, where you can learn more about what's new across all of our asset management products and solutions. And we provided links here directing you to our product-specific blogs, highlighting what's new for each of our products. And in general, the ServiceNow community really is a great place not to only stay caught up with each release, but also to explore more product-specific content. You can connect with us and other customers, or you should, if you have any questions, you can post those there as well. All right, so before we wrap up and go ahead into the Q&A, we have a couple things to mention too. We definitely wanted to highlight some of the amazing things our partners are up to. Adam already kind of mentioned the Open IT integration, which I'll explain here in a minute too. But first, let's explore ServiceNow hardware asset management that is now integrated into Samsung SDS Zero Touch Mobility to help you hyper-automate the full lifecycle of mobile devices, and is now currently available on the ServiceNow store. With Zero Touch Mobility, you can deploy, you can manage, and monitor your mobile assets on a single platform, leveraging automated workflows for some of your day-to-day tasks, like onboarding new devices, unenrolling devices, or requesting new orders, upgrades, or replacements, including self-service options. Next, Blanco's Secure Data Erasure app is also available on the ServiceNow store to help streamline asset data sanitization on the ServiceNow platform. So with Secure Data Erasure, you can remotely trigger and monitor erasure of hardware. So think servers, loose drives, PCs, and laptops with centrally stored, audit-ready, and tamper-proof reports, and easily view erasure-eligible assets and apply erasures through approvals, workflows, scripting, or on demand. And if you're managing your organization's industrial or engineering software, you'll be happy to hear that in expansion to the OpenLM integration, we are also now integrated with OpenIT License Analyzer, where you'll gain advanced metering and reporting tools to help you make smarter data decisions around your specialty software. You'll be receiving a copy of this deck. Again, it'll be posted on the Now community. And we included links here at the bottom in those slides where you can learn more about each of these partner offerings. All right, so if you'd like to catch up with us in person, we wanted to highlight some of the events that we'll be attending next month, or May. I'll just say May because next month is April. But in May, The first is our annual knowledge conference live in Las Vegas from May 7th to 9th. This is our biggest event of the year, and where you'll be able to attend sessions, attend hands-on labs, attend keynotes, and of course, engage with other customers, our partners, and our ServiceNow team during our expo hall hours. Really exciting event. I will be there. So if you find me at one of our booths, find me at ITAM or EAM over there. But Adam, you're also going to be at Vegas at the exact same time, just
At
at
the
a different
exact same
event.
time. I don't know how we did that, but we're
Yeah.
thinking of ITAM ACE is almost an extension of Knowledge 24. We'll be there and we'll have a couple of presenters as well. And it's going to be an exciting time where we can talk about a lot of things asset. So hope to see you there. I'll be there. Faith will be there as well.
Okay, awesome. And also, we want to promote if you would like to leave a G2 review for ServiceNow, that would be awesome. If you're unfamiliar with G2, it's a peer-to-peer reviews service site for business software and services. So we have a page up there. And if you enjoy ITAM, EAM, or any of our other products, we would love for you to leave a review. You can scan this QR code right here if you're interested in doing so and leave it whenever you're ready. Also, if you use this QR code to leave us a review, you have a chance to earn a $25 Amazon gift card. So not too bad. But yeah, we would love to hear your feedback and anything you love about ITAM. And just a quick reminder before we hop into our Q&A session, this is everything that we covered today. As Adam and Brian both said, there's a lot of other updates that we didn't get to that'll be available on our community blogs. For example, just for software asset management, there's about 8 other features that we didn't have time to cover today. So a lot more content out there. But yeah. Okay, I think that might be all the time we have for today then. Thank you all so much for joining us today for our What's New in the Washington release. Again, you should receive a copy of this slideshow in an email later so you can go back and view it at your own time. And again, if you'd love to, please join our roadmaps that are happening throughout the week, or you can also watch the recording, or you can look on our community site for more blogs and information. Thank you all so much for joining today.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Take care.